hillside gravestone. You'll never leave Harlan alive.
I am a huge healer, daughter of the sun, woman with the dancing eyes, born above the shoulder bone of a Tennessee River Valley, where I was taken from the shore. My 5-year walk began, and the river sang me home. One day in May we were forced to leave, never to return. Spirits were defenseless against shiny buttons' thirst. With a metal tag numbered 59, they stole my dignity. The one thing I missed most, their rivers did not sing. Singing river, sing me home. I slipped away one morning, prayed with every step. Great Spirit, if you'll guide me, I'll be forever in your debt. On the dark path of a devil's backbone, please give my feet wings as I retrace my steps. Cross a trail of tears, I'll hear my river sing. Singing river, sing me home. Singing river, sing me home. Somewhere across the river, there's a voice so pure and true. If you can hear her, you're one of a chosen few. All things shall pass on earth, only the stones remain. My 5-year walk began, now I'm back in my birthplace. Singing river, sing me home. Singing river, sing me home. Singing river, sing me home. I am a huge healer, daughter of the sun. My 5-year walk began, and the river sang me home.
Pack your bags, make a start. Grab your coat, keep your car. Keep your diamonds, sell your pearls, hide your heart. Take your sadness, take your pain, toss them out into the rain. Don't let them touch you, don't let them hurt you ever again. It's okay to sit and cry, shake your fist at the sky. It's okay to love and lose, but you're more than paid your dues. So take the reins, take a hold, take a stand, take but you more than paid your dues. Pack your bags, make a start, grab your coat, get your car, keep your diamonds, sell your pearls, hide your heart. Keep your diamonds, sell your pearls, hide your heart.
I make my living playing fiddle, but I play it every night. To tell the truth, I'd fiddle if I didn't make a dime. And I sure like good liquor, it makes me want to play. The funny thing about the fiddle is it makes you want to drink. For a shot of homemade whiskey and $100 bill, I'll burn the hair right off of this boat and play the temperance reel. Well, I play one for the ladies, so sweet they swoon and sway. I play one for those I've left and the one that got away. Well, I played it in the mountains and out on the western plains. I play it for my brother who I'll never see again. Play it high, play it lonesome like a mountain whippoorwill. Let's burn the rosin off of this boat and play the temperance reel. Well, if drinking and dancing is an awful, dreadful sin, then I know where I'm going, sure as I know where I've been. This old fiddle bit me on the leg when I was 6 years old. I guess I'm gonna play it till the devil gets my soul. 'Cause I could play it all night long, never get my fill. Let's lay that rhythm down, boys, and play the temperance reel. Let's lay that rhythm down, boys, and play the temperance reel.
forever. Just you and I, we can be together. That's life. We can buy my children heart. We can tie my children's heart. Just you and I, having a good time. Make a plan for when we old. Reminisce when we get old.
I was living on a mountain with my head up in the air, but you made me come back down again. Couldn't leave me standing there. If I could drift above the valleys and whistle in the breeze, but you're gone away and left me 6 months and 3 days. Won't you come back home to your ever-loving mama, living in a house in the city so cold, all alone like a pine cone drifting down a heavy water stream.
John? Hello there, good evening and welcome to the Mel Lehan Hall at St. James, the home of the Rogue Folk Club, amongst other things. Hey, and yeah, my name's Steve Edge, and on behalf of everybody at the Rogue, thanks for coming and sharing our space with us. We do about 50 shows a year in here for the last 18 years and been going for a long time. Right, so just before we get started, I want to read this land acknowledgement because we are on sacred ground here in many ways. The CFMAs respectfully acknowledge the Musqueam, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh peoples on whose sacred, unceded and ancestral territories we are gathering. We also acknowledge and honour the original people of this land from coast to coast to coast who have lived here for thousands of years. Thank you to all the First Nations, Inuit and Métis for sharing space as together, in person or online virtually, we celebrate the creativity and diversity of the Canadian folk music community. It is a real treat to be here and to really welcome us to this territory. I would like to invite Christy Charles from the Musqueam Nation to come and do an official welcome. So Christy, come on up.
All right. Aitsnet, nasiaya, a tapka quilam, antascachlia talitan atla chacha chomathlia maltamath, dan a schwalakwa lewatas escahomash masteo. Aitan schwallowin, dan a mana e choya, heichka kilanagas e tanawail, a tap titelum, a tap koyalach, heitap kata kwelmoch masteo heitapka. Itin kwel hankaminam kan, ni hai tanishkals kunitamakan. Good evening, my honored and respected friends. My name is Skachlia. My English name is Christy Charles. My pronoun is 550. Yeah, as an Indigenous woman in this country, my identity is often put down as a status number. So the first three numbers from my status means 550 means I come from Musqueam. I also identify as Slane. Slane in our language means I'm a woman of this land. So whenever I share our language, people who are within our language families can automatically connect me to this land, to this place, to my families, and to our lineages. It's so great to see each and every one of you today. Welcome. Let's dance and let's sing, and congratulations to everyone. Have a good evening.
It's the first time I've ever heard of a numeric pronoun. You learn something every day. It's a beautiful experience. To continue the welcoming, I would like to invite the Deputy Mayor of Vancouver, Lenny Zhou, to come up and officially launch this thing on behalf of the City of Vancouver.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Christy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lenny Zhou, Vancouver City Councillor. I'm also the Deputy Mayor for the month of April. I'd like to first acknowledge we are gathering today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nation. We really appreciate their generosity and the love of this land. I'm also very grateful to be here tonight in this beautiful place. You know, I did many speeches before, but tonight is my first speech as deputy mayor. So really, really a great honor for me, and thank you for inviting me for the event tonight. Vancouver makes great stage for celebrate the award recipients of the Canadian folk music. Our city is a natural hub for creators and has energetic music scenes, home to many types of music in Vancouver. This festival highlights Canadian musicians acknowledging the incredible and the talented folk singers and songwriters found across the country. Gathering in these spaces is something we missed a few years ago because because of the pandemic. It is such a pleasure to see you all enjoying and supporting the local artists in person again. Music holds incredible power. It brings people together, create a sense of a community. And personally, I always have a huge respect to musicians like you because I wasn't trained to play any instruments when I was young. So when I saw people strumming their guitars in the public parks, parents singing to their children, and the people like you gathering together and dancing in the performance, I always have my tremendous admiration. Music is also life-changing. It is a cultural vibrancy that you all bring with you that reminds us to celebrate and appreciate the work you do to come here. On behalf of the City of Vancouver and the Mayor Ken Sim, we are so glad to have you here in Vancouver, celebrating alongside an entire city that values, appreciate, and celebrate culture and arts. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the show tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say that this venue was slated for demolition, and we lobbied to save it. And we were saved by the City of Vancouver. They bought the building and leased it back to the St. James Community Square Society to keep it going as a thriving cultural hub. It's a community centre, has all kinds of things going on here. Rogue is very privileged to be able to present music here, but we couldn't have done it if the City of Vancouver hadn't have said, hey, we can't let this place be demolished. We've got to save it for everybody. So the City of Vancouver did step in. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. And obviously we've done a lot of work on the place since then. And across the street of the Hollywood Theatre was also slated for demolition. We lobbied to save that. It's now an incredible live music venue. We just have to persuade them to put more films on there and make it more reasonable price for people like us to present shows in there. When we have more than 270 people or whatever allowed in here, they got 700 over there. It's unique. But anyway, the city stepped in and saved that one as well. So this side of Vancouver is well stocked now in great venues. I'm going to introduce you to the MCs for the rest of the evening, and they're actually going to play some music at the beginning. Benoit Bourque is one of those, and he's played here many times with different bands, Adviel Kapura, Labatin Serleans, L'Etage, an incredible musician, singer, dance caller, plays the bones with both hands. He's an accordion player. He's one of the tallest men I've ever seen. He's an incredible musician. And Chelsey June is with a wonderful Indigenous duo called Twin Flames. 7 years ago, I was honoured with an Unsung Hero Award at the Canadian Folk Music Awards in Toronto, and they were honoured that same week, and we met them then. We've been firm friends ever since. And Twin Flames, wonderful music. If you ever get a chance to hear them, that's going to be great. But tonight, we're going to start the evening off with a musical interlude from Benoit Bourque with Chelsey June, and I'm anxious to see what they're going to do because they're both incredible musicians and singers. What can they do together? Let's find out. Please welcome Benoit Bourque and Chelsey June, our MCs for the evening. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Good. Are we ready to folk?
6 p.m. It's 9 o'clock in Quebec. Natural.
True. Thank you so much. It's a good thing Benoit can dance like that because I wouldn't even try. We're so excited to be here. Welcome to the first of 2 award show evenings at the 18th Annual Canadian Folk Music Awards.
Bienvenue à la 18e édition des prix de musique folk canadienne, première partie.
My name is Chelsey June.
Moi, je m'appelle Benoit Bourque.
We are honored to be your host for these 2 shows. After 3 years of having to adapt to limitations due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are so excited to once again have 100% of our shows live and in person. The shows are also being live streamed, so hello and welcome to our online audience as well.
Enfin ensemble en direct après 3 années de restrictions. À nouveau cette année, les galas sont diffusés en ligne. Alors bonsoir et bienvenue et à l'auditoire qui nous regarde en ligne.
We are proud to present a diverse selection of performances by some amazing artists from different parts of Canada who have been nominated for this year's awards. Please go to our website, folkawards.ca, to see the program for all 5 of the concerts that make up our weekend. And for more information about our performing nominees, we had 2 wonderful showcases concerts already with 12 amazing acts, featuring traditional music on Friday evening and singer-songwriters this afternoon.
Tous ces artistes des 4 coins du pays qui seront en prestation ce soir sont finalistes dans une ou plusieurs catégories. Consultez notre site web, prixfolk.ca, pour prendre connaissance du programme des 5 concerts du week-end. Depuis vendredi, il y a déjà eu 2 vitrines de musique trad et auteurs, compositeurs, autrices, compositrices.
We don't have time to introduce them all, but we would like all the performers here who were a part of those showcases to please stand and be acknowledged. Amazing. You are all so incredible, and we thank you for everything that you're bringing to music today. Here to present the first award is a great singer-songwriter living right here in Vancouver and a longtime member of the CFMA's Boards of Directors. Please welcome
Bob Stark.
Picture a young 14-year-old kid somewhere in the suburbs in Ottawa, scribbling the first lines he ever wrote. Oh, Patty Ann, I love you so. Oh, Patty Ann, I'll never let you go. Reaches for his $10 silver-toned guitar from Simpson Sears and hits an E minor chord. And it's like, Shazam! Holy Greenwich Village, Batman! Hold my Pepsi, I'm hitting the road. Think ahead a few years to the elder statesman of the CFMAs who is more than thrilled to pass the torch, or as I call it, the folk candles, to the next generation, our young performers who will lead us onward into the future. Let's have a look at our nominees.
In the category for Young Performers of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Jeunes Artistes de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par Borealis Records, the nominees are les nominés sont Fidelium, 4 pour Fidelium; Paige Penny, 4 pour Fingers Crossed; The Fiddlers, 4 pour Fiddletainment; The Oots and Oots, 4 pour Ponderosa Bunchgrass and the Golden Rule; The Receivers, 4 pour The Receivers.
I'm having a La La Land moment here. Oh, there we go. 2023 Young Performers of the Year, our Fiddle Diem. Here comes a small contingent of the group. Didn't miss a step. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is quite the moment for all of us, I believe. We never dreamed Fidelium would be nominated, least of all win the Young Performers of the Year award when we started working on the CD project. But of course, we're here surrounded by some of Canada's most brilliant folk musicians. It is an honor for Fidelium to be placed among them.
First of all, we'd like to thank Trish and Jeff, who are our directors, I guess, who have put in thousands of hours into making Fidelium possible and raising it to the level it is today. They have both been the best teachers we could possibly hope for.
Thank you to everyone who organized the event, and thank you for the performers. It was such a lovely experience to see the percussion earlier in the evening. We'd also like to thank our families for supporting us on our musical journeys.
And lastly, we hope that Fidelium will continue to inspire young people to become a part of the folk community, just as it inspired each one of us. Thank you so much for having us, and have a great evening.
Our next award will be presented by the former host of BC's #1 weekend, CBC's radio show, North by Northwest, and the host of podcast Listen. Please welcome Cheryl McKay.
Thank you. Lovely to be here, and so many familiar faces. Great to see you all. And what a treat to be here as part of the Canadian Folk Music Awards tonight. As a longtime groupie, I am delighted to be here to help present the awards. And I am honored to be presenting the award for Instrumental Solo Artist of the Year. And you are the folks with nowhere to hide. You are the folks who know who to blame when things go wrong. Exactly who's at fault. No, kidding aside though, such an incredible combination of creativity, of technical skill, of artistry, of talent, sensitivity, all in that package to bring together so much with just you and an instrument. Let's see the nominees.
In the category for Instrumental Solo Artist of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Instrumentiste Solo de l'année, the nominees are Les Nominees sont Ellen Gibling, for pour The Bend in the Light; John Reichman, for pour New Time and Old Acoustic; Carrie Fitzgerald, for pour Bits and Beats; Mike Stevens, for pour Breathe in the World, Breathe Out the Music; Wamesy, for pour Inchoate.
And the winner is Wamesy. Wamesy, congratulations. The recipient of the 2023 award for Instrumental Soloist Artist of the Year is Wamsey.
Hello, Canadian Folk Music Awards. Thank you so much for this award. This is crazy. That is crazy. I have to extend huge thanks out to Jake Sharon and Donnie Richard and my partner Paige and our families. And thank you so much. Hopefully we'll make more music all together in the future. Cheers.
Et maintenant, pour ne pas oublier, un peu de musique. Les premiers finalistes qu'on a le plaisir de vous présenter sont un duo de la région de Gatineau-Ottawa. Ils ont été en nomination en 2020. Ils ont ensuite raflé le prix de groupe de l'année au Ganaterie d'or en 2021, le prix chanson de l'année à ma première place des arts et le prix coup de foudre à Contact-Ontario.
They have toured in Ontario, Quebec, Acadia, and South America. At this year's CFMAs, they are nominated for French Songwriter of the Year and Single of the Year. Please welcome Geneviève et Alain.
Il faut savoir libérer la vapeur de son moteur qui carbure aux ardeurs. Quand la fumée se perd avec le temps, il faut rallumer la flamme sur le champ. Il faut savoir prendre les gens de passage et partager le rythme du voyage. Mais lorsqu'il s'enfuit au débarcadère, il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. Il faut savoir se passer des wagons inutiles et poursuivre la route sur les rails fragiles. Quand il déborde de souvenirs trop lourds, il faut les détacher du train qui court. Il faut savoir fuir les voies de traverse, changer de repère, éloigner la détresse. À force de s'épuiser sur le chemin de fer, il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. Il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. Il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. De s'épuiser sur le chemin de fer, il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. Il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire. Il faut que la locomotive parte en solitaire.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Moi, je m'appelle Alain et à côté de moi, c'est Geneviève.
Bonsoir.
Vous avez compris? Ouais.
Being here tonight just confirms us that one of the most beautiful things about music is that It's a universal language. Et on est en nomination dans la catégorie Single of the Year avec la seule chanson francophone cette année. Puis on est vraiment, vraiment très fiers. Déjà ça, c'est un grand prix pour nous. Puis on est vraiment contents d'être ici, in Vancouver, for the first time of our lives, pour venir vous la chanter. So this is À travers mes yeux.
3, 4.
Cessez de me dire qu'avant de revenir, on doit partir. Tu voulais parcourir le monde, mais la route est longue. La route est longue, même si on rêve sans arrêt, le temps ne revient jamais. Et bientôt il est trop tard pour le croire. Se réalise, j'ai rempli la valise que je t'avais promise. J'amène avec moi ta lumière pour qu'au bout de la terre, je te libère. J'aurai entre vents et marées ton étoile pour me guider vers tous les chemins d'ailleurs, pour ton bonheur.
Je serai de tous les voyages dès l'aurore. J'irai voir tout ce qu'on a rêvé à deux. Tu regarderas à travers mes yeux. Un ton nom et un de mémoire. Je serai de tous les voyages dès l'aurore. J'irai voir tout ce qu'on a rêvé à deux. Tu regarderas à travers mes yeux.
For the next one, as you can hear by my accent, I'm not Anglophone at all. I will try my best for the next song to introduce the song in English for you, Vancouver, and it's just for you, okay? So, have you ever tried to fall asleep knowing that something's really important is coming up the next day, and you try to close your eyes and it just doesn't work? All you do is counting sheep and try to tame the little hamster that spins in your head. I call it the spin mode, and the spin mode, I know that well. 3, 4.
T'as fermé les yeux sur le doute que ce ne sera pas mieux qu'hier. Encore une autre nuit à rêver que tu t'endors, à compter les matins dans le même soir.
T'as fermé l'oreille, mais t'écoutes. Ta tête qui ne veut plus se taire. Au milieu de ton lit, tu t'épuises à faire l'effort de compter les matins dans le même soir. De compter les matins dans le même soir. Et quand viendra l'heure, c'est déjà trop tard. Le vrai lendemain, celui-là te fait peur. C'est là où le cycle repart et que le retard se laisse ressentir dans ton corps. T'as fermé la porte sur ta route, mais ce sera encore à refaire. Si le sommeil te fuit, faudra chasser ce trésor et compter les matins dans le même soir. Et compter les matins dans le même soir. Et compter les matins dans le même soir. Et quand viendra l'heure, c'est déjà trop tard. Le vrai lendemain, celui-là te fait peur. C'est là où le cycle repart et que le retard se laisse ressentir dans ton corps. Et quand viendra l'heure, c'est déjà trop tard. Le vrai lendemain, celui-là te fait peur. C'est là où le cycle repart et que le retard se laisse ressentir dans ton corps. Et quand viendra l'heure, c'est déjà trop tard. Le vrai lendemain, celui-là te fait peur. C'est là où le cycle repart et que le retard se laisse ressentir dans ton corps.
Geneviève
Alain, merci. Bonne soirée. Merci beaucoup.
Merci Geneviève et Alain. That was amazing. Here to Hello. My mic's not working. All right. Check 1, 2. Try this one. All right. All right. Here to present the next award is the creator of One Guitar, 100 Hands. He's the president of the Upper Canada Folk Fest and CFMA board member, and just an overall really cool guy. Please welcome George Tierney.
Wow. When Chelsey June calls you cool, you've made it. So I've got to do something, and this is the room that it's going to be best to test this in. Scott, who helps managing backstage, has asked me to run a test of the folk emergency broadcast system. So I will call out the emergency call, and I expect everyone in this room to respond accordingly, loudly, and clearly so we can test the system. Are you ready? Oh, the year was 1778. Well, that's working just fine. Thank you very much. And a few years ago, we introduced the Single of the Year category in recognition of the fact that music is produced differently, and that a single used to be a specific track off an album, as we all know, growing up with, and now that what we wanted to do is recognize that if an artist wants to produce a specific song and just put it out there to the world, they put it on a digital platform, that it is eligible for our Single of the Year category. So pleased to be presenting that.
I get lost, running circles in my...
In the category for Single of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Monoplage de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par One Guitar, 100 Hands. The nominees are Les Nominés sont 100 Proof by par Julian Taylor, À travers mes yeux by par Geneviève Alain, Familiar Feeling by par Pretty Archie, Heavy Heart by par Fortunate Ones, Hey Boys, Sing Us a Song by par The Irish Rovers, Love You the Best by par Quote the Raven, Sing Me a Song by par William Prince and Serena Ryder, Sweet Desperado by par Madison Violet, Teeth Agape by par Tanya Tagak.
My friends are busy saving up for rainy days. Wouldn't have this any other way.
And the recipient of CFMA's 2023 Single of the Year is... They're right, these don't open easily. Sing Me a Song, William Prince and Serena Ryder. And accepting on their behalf is Chelsey June, which I really don't understand because she already has 4 of these. Thank you.
Encore de la lumière, c'est bon. Le prochain prix sera présenté par un autre membre du conseil d'administration des prix de musique folk canadienne, une artiste franco-manitobaine aussi connue sous le nom de Madame Diva, dans ses spectacles jeunesse, évidemment. D'ailleurs, demain matin à 11h, don't forget 11 tomorrow morning, elle animera la vitrine de musique jeunesse et familiale au Waterfront Theatre sur Granville Island. Voici Jocelyne Baribeau.
Benoit is tall like me, all French people are. Non, c'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai. It's the only French man I know who is taller than me. Écoute, bonsoir. Je suis très contente de présenter la catégorie auteur-compositeur francophone de l'année. We have so many talented French artists to celebrate, as we've seen this weekend. Sponsored by l'Alliance nationale de l'industrie musicale, which is an organization that actively participates in the growth and development of artists in the French industry. Let's hear who's nominated.
In the category for French Songwriters of the Year, dans la catégorie pour auteur-compositeur francophone de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par Alliance nationale de l'industrie musicale. The nominees are Les Nominés sont Annick Bérubé et Nathalie Burns for Les Ébranlements, Geneviève Roberge-Bouchard and Alain Barbeau for J'attends encore, Ira Ménard et Guylaine Saint-Pierre for Fleurs, Matt Stern for Rien qu'un animal, Sébastien Lacombe for Le chemin des possibles.
The recipient. Look how easy that was. It's just a sticker. French or English, that's an easy thing. But anyways, the recipient. The recipients are Geneviève et Alain.
Merci, Jocelyne.
Merci.
Will that fit in our suitcase?
Oh,
or?
I don't know. J'espère. Ah, merci. C'est tellement un magnifique prix. Ça fait 10 ans que... C'est correct si on parle en français maintenant parce qu'on improvise un peu mal en anglais. Ça fait 10 ans qu'Alain et moi, on fait de la musique ensemble, puis on apprend à composer ensemble, puis à créer nos chansons ensemble, puis c'est un processus. Puis là, j'ose croire qu'on réussit de mieux en mieux à mélanger le meilleur de nous deux maintenant. Puis, ouais. J'aimerais ça remercier. Sais-tu qui tu veux remercier?
J'aimerais ça remercier notre maison de disques, Disques Far West, qui ont remercié...
Ben, Carl Bastien, les
Carl
deux.
Bastien qui a réalisé notre dernier album. J'attends encore.
Qui nous aide à mettre en lumière ces chansons-là. Puis je trouve ça vraiment le fun. Je trouve ça vraiment le fun. Parce que la création, c'est vraiment la base de tout, tu sais. Fait que si on n'écrit pas des bonnes chansons, il n'y a pas de suite. Fait que j'ose croire que finalement, on n'est pas si fou que ça quand on aime ce qu'on fait. Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée.
Merci beaucoup. Hein. Merci.
Congratulations. Our next performer is someone who stops you in your tracks. When I first heard her sing, it's as if the world went in slow motion. The amount of heart and rhythm she puts into her music is something I have never experienced. She is a multi-genre, multi-instrumentalist who has shared the stage and opened for Joe Bonamassa, Keb Mo, Tom Cochrane, Burton Cummings, and many more. Born and raised in Ottawa, she has toured the globe and won a number of awards, including most recently the Juno for Blues Album of the Year. Tonight, she is nominated for Contemporary Singer of the Year, and we could not be more pleased to present her to you.
Avec elle, ça déménage, autant dans le rythme que l'émotion. Angélique, c'est le talent, la solidité, la fluidité, autant dans le blues and soul que dans d'autres styles. Elle a débuté sa carrière sur scène à l'âge de 7 ans. She started 7 years old on stage. Et à 14 ans, elle tournait déjà dans les circuits des festivals nord-américains. On voit très peu d'artistes qui sont au centre de l'action avec le groupe, avec une contrebasse. Déjà, c'est différent. C'est avec grand plaisir qu'on accueille, avec tout son groupe, Angelique Francis.
Way down, we gonna go down by the river. Way down, we gonna go deep in the water. Way down, sanctify yourselves in the river. Way down, and we're gonna give you some to deliver. Way down, we're gonna go. Who don't know me, my name is Angelique Francis, and we are the Angelique Francis Quartet. The first song that I'm going to perform for you today is an original song of mine called Long River, and I wrote this song about the river of life. You see, we are all born from this river. It feeds us, frees us, replenishes us, but in the end, we all return to that long, long river. We hope you enjoy. your mouth. They'll tell Papa and I'll spit you out. Been lost a very long time. Down this river is a house of mine. Down this river was a mama I love. Now she's resting in the stars above. Now she's resting in the stars above. Now she's resting in the long, long river that long, long river that I'm dreaming of. A long way out. Long is a river that I dream about. Don't you run your mouth. I'm your mama and I'll spit you out. Been lost a very long time. Down this river is a house of mine. Down this river is a papa I love. Now he's resting in the stars above. Now he's resting in the stars above. Now he's resting in the long, long river that long, long river that I'm dreaming of. A long way out. Long is a river that I dream about. Don't you run your mouth. God is watching and I'll spit you out. Been lost a very long time. Down this river is a house of fire. Down this river, hope I don't see my girl. Down this river to the other world. Down this river to the other world. Down this river to the down this river to the down this river to the other world. Long, long river there. Long, long river there. Long, long river that I'm dreaming of. Been lost a very long time. Oh, but found that house and boy. Down this river, down this river, down this river that I'm dreaming of. Long river, long, long river there. Long, long river there. Long, long river that I'm dreaming of. Thank you so much. Please allow me to introduce to you my band. On the saxophone and backing vocals, we have my sister, Corinthia Francis. On trombone and backing vocals, we have my sister, Kira Francis. And last, but certainly not least, on the drums, we have my father, Camie Francis. All right, everyone. I want you all on your feet for this next one. I want to see you move. I want to see you groove. Come on now, put on your dancing shoes. All right. This one is an original song of mine called Soul Train Line. So join along with me now. And don't be shy. Clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands now. Stomp your feet, stomp your feet, stomp your feet now. Clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands now. To the beat, to the beat, to the beat now. I wanna see you moving like you're dancing on the same train line. Come on now. I wanna see you moving like you're dancing on a soul tonight. I wanna see you grooving like you're dancing on a soul train line. Yeah, I want your body moving like you're dancing on a soul train line. Come on now, soul train line, soul train line, soul train line, soul train line. I want your hips moving like you're dancing on the soul train line. Come on! Oh, yeah! Now on the count of four, I want everybody to get on the dance floor. A two, a three, a five, one and a two and a three and a four. Come on, everybody, let's hit the dance floor. One and a two and a three and a four. Come on, everybody, let's hit the dance floor. One and a two and a three and a four. Dance if you can dance over. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back. Now raise your hands up in the air. Move them like you just don't care. Say with me. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Say no, 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 no. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Say no, 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 no. Say yeah, yeah. Now say no, no. Now scream. Sound tremble, so tremble, so tremble, so tremble. Arch hips moving, so popping, your body moving, and your head rocking, one sit and moving like you're dancing on sound train line. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Give it up again for Quincy Francis, Kieran Francis, Kieran Francis on the drums. Once again, my name is Angelique Francis, and thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure today.
That was incredible. Thank you so much, Angelique, and your amazing band. Our next award is being presented by a nominee who will be performing later tonight. SOCAN, the sponsor of the award, requested that it be presented by an emerging artist. So please welcome Camie Instant, aka Camie.
All right, please excuse me as I navigate this precarious envelope situation. We are extremely fortunate to have so many gifted songwriters in Canada, and tonight's nominees exemplify the best of the best. Sharing their stories as they reflect on their journey and the world around them, they not only capture complex emotions through song, but they also capture our hearts. Representing over 180,000 songwriters, composers, and music publishers, SOCAN is proud to present this year's English Songwriter of the Year. And here are the nominees.
Let me be the garden, drinking in the rain.
In the category for English Songwriter of the Year, dans la catégorie pour auteur-compositeur anglophone de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par SOCAN, the nominees are les nominés sont Abigail Lapel, pour Stolen Time; Andrew McClellan, also known as Little Andy, pour The Complete Recordings of Hezekiah Proctor, 1925-1930; John Ward Hannam, pour Long Haul; Matt Pattershuk, pour An Honest Effort; Tim Buckley, pour Frame by Frame; Yale Wand, pour Saltwater Heartwood;
Okay, so the 2023 English Songwriter of the Year presented by SOCAN is Abigail Lapel for Stolen Time.
Thank you so much. I shouldn't have sat up in the balcony. Thank you so much to all the CFMA staff and volunteers. It's such a thrill and an honor to be nominated alongside so many thoughtful and smart writers. So congratulations to all the nominees this year for CFMAs. And I want to send a huge shout out to the great Howard Billerman, who produced and recorded this album. And thank you. I'm like having a heart attack. And all the wonderful musicians and collaborators who helped bring these songs to life. I'm so grateful. And big love to all the team at Outside Music for answering so many multi-paragraph emails. And finally, my deepest gratitude to Jeff/Fedge, who mastered the album, and my heart. Thank you.
Camie will be on stage later tonight. Et maintenant, passons à un prix très spécial. Le prix Slate Music du travailleur de l'ombre. Vous savez, ces gens qui savent être super efficaces et discrets et qui nous permettent, nous, les artistes, de rayonner sur scène.
Camie will be back to perform after the intermission. Now for a very special award, the Slate Music Unsung Hero Award recognizes the exceptional contribution by an individual, group, or organization to any aspect of the Canadian folk music scene, performance, promotion, presentation, etc. It recognizes those who work tirelessly behind the scenes for the love of the music who have not been sufficiently publicized or recognized for their achievements.
Pour remettre ce prix, voici le directeur général de Music PEI qui, après 3 ans de persévérance, enfin pu présenter les prix de musique folk canadienne à Charlottetown last year. Il est trésorier au sein du conseil d'administration des prix de musique folk canadienne. Please welcome Rob Oakey.
Thank you, and I'm not as cool as George, and I'm not going to tell a joke, and I'm definitely not going to sing a song like Bob did. Way to go, Bob. But I am very proud to be here. The first thing that I can tell you about our recipient is from personal experience, she's one of the hardest working people I know. I can also tell you that she is so respected for her work in many circles, but especially back home in Prince Edward Island. Ghislaine Cormier is involved in numerous organizations, projects, and events. Her ability for building teams and building consensus and excitement needed to make these things happen is rare to find in one person. She's masterful at empowering those around her, finding the resources to bring ideas to life, and stepping back to allow the light to shine where it must. She has an amazing resume of experience and accomplishments, and we can't think of a better recipient for this year's award than Ghislaine. Ghislaine's been a consultant, then later director of organizations, companies for more than 15 years in development of the Francophone and Acadian communities of Prince Edward Island. On the community side, Ghislaine has been the executive director of the Fédération Culturelle de Île-de-Prince-Édouard since 2009. There are so many events and projects, too numerous it's hard to mention, but a few of the large-scale cultural and tourism projects she's managed include Carnival and Promenade, Art Smarts, Ginny Art, Rendezvous de la Francophonie, Toonsmiths, Manifeste Jeunesse in 2015. It goes on and on. You can get an idea of the kind of contributions that she has made. Ghislaine started her career journey as a community development officer with the Carrefour de Ile-de-Saint-Jean for several years. She's also got a very entrepreneurial side she inherited from her parents. She's the co-owner of Kaneshi Vinyl Press, the only vinyl record manufacturer east of Toronto, and also the new business crowdfunding platform, Record Fund Dysfunctional. Great name. Her work was highlighted by the Business Personality Award at the Gala des Entrepreneurs of the Acadian Francophone Chamber of Commerce in PEI, and she was also named winner of the 2017 Dragon Contest. Her expertise is specific to the development of cultural entrepreneurial sector. She's represented the Francophone community for more than 15 years on several boards, such as Folk Music Canada, Music PEI, Home Roots, Chemin Chez Nous, the Réseau Atlantic Broadcasting of Performing Arts, the National Council of Cultural Federation, French Canadian, FCCF, and since June 2019 with RDE IPE. Ghislaine's passion for Acadian and trad music began at a very young age. One of her early experiences in the music business was touring with the Acadian power group Vish 10, handling merch, driving, and as she says, keeping everyone sane. She's helped put countless artists on stage and develop careers, created workshops and training for folk artists, and recently helped to found and guide the new Route 11 Folk Festival in PEI. Amazing festival. Congratulations, Ghislaine, for this recognition of your contribution behind the scenes, your tireless work for our music community. CFMA's Slate Music Unsung Hero of the Year 2023, Ghislaine Cormier. Way to go. Have fun. Oh. Can I give you that?
All right, I'm not as, because I work behind the scenes, I had to write a few things because I'm not used to being front of house. Merci, thank you to the Canadian Folk Music Awards for this recognition. A friend to most of us and a dear friend of mine and a mentor, Mitch Podolak, taught me the importance of community, and the folk community surely is shining here tonight. I am humbled and honored to be accepting this prize. And I, most importantly, that my community felt that my accomplishments were worthy of this nomination. I'd like to say a little special thank you to a few people who's really inspired me to do the work I do and have shaped who I am today. To my inspiring partners in crime, Emmanuel N. Pastel Leblanc, Pascal Mius, Gideon Banahene, Sylvie Toupin, Claudia Marchand, Nathalie Bernardin. I know I have a lot, but this is probably one of the only times I'll ever get to do this. Colette Aucoin, Rowan Gallant, Cody Chasen, Chloe Goodyear, and Ward McDonald. Because of you all, music, art, and culture, especially Acadian culture, has been the center of my universe. Merci to my supportive parents and my brother for giving me the love of entrepreneurship and a passion for hard work. I'm here because of them today. Thank you again for this recognition. I'll be sharing it with the community in Prince Edward Island, that's for sure. It's because of their support that I'm able to share these wonderful projects with everybody and live a life full of art and music. So thank you so much. Merci du fond du cœur. Merci.
Congratulations, Ghislaine. You are a beautiful example of women who get things done in this industry. And younger ones like us can look up to women like that. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. So please visit the merch tables to support the artists who are here today. You can buy some CDs, you can take home some wonderful music and maybe discover some new things.
Il y a quelque chose d'important, c'est you must know that the bar is downstairs. It's special. Normally it's on the roof, but today it's on the downstairs.
Merci à tous. See you after.
I just want to explain why that is. The BC liquor laws are very strange because there's more than 227 people here tonight. We cannot have drinks in this room. But we have a bar downstairs, and if that gets full, you can take your drinks outside if it's not raining. You just can't bring them into here. Don't write to me, write to your provincial MLA, but it's the law. So the bar is downstairs directly below us, and we are selling beer. And there's a video feed. You won't miss anything if you're down there when the show starts again. Thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Obeya kadam veye. Aye yiruda kajida abana katada nine yo befo nyambe sangol ni dugulula kaye alale masaye nyambe sangol ni dugulula kaye alale masaye aye sangolo dan kadukolo dan abana kaji dan kakono dan kabanga dan kasogo dan nyambe sangolo ni dukolo la kaye alale masaye sangol ni dukolola aye alale masaye niye kojiye kasangolo ye kadukolo ye ka adamadew ye oni ye sogo ye ka jɛgɛw ye ka yiriw ye ɲambe sangolo ni dugukolo la ka ye alale masa ye sangol ni dugolola kaye alale masaye me sangol ni dugolola kaye alale masaye woni ekuluye kasangolo ye kayiri nunu mafela moni ye koji ye ka alamadew ye kamasayadi alama
your sheets soaking wet. Old familiar age twisting high above your head. Watch and wonder, see it unravel. From a coiled up old snake to a tendril of fire. You found your joy, your God's little boy. Lean into the mirror and now it's so much clearer. Through the eyes of your father and the voice of your creator. You made your decision, you got a holy vision. Now you move with grace and deadly precision. You found your joy, your God's little boy. Try your best to listen, but now you cannot hear him. Over sounds of the screaming, tired, squealing people pleading. Shards of broken glass and a bullet finds your chest. A deep and silent red over everything is cast. You think of her then, her cold eyes laughing. Her body moves away and her face is disappearing. But you found your joy, your God's little boy. Gonna be sorry. run wild and free between the silver birch and me. Run wild and free between the silver birch and me. There he is, the fox in the morning, heading to his den, back to his home. Where do they go when the stars are in the sky? They're in my dreams when time to sleep I lie. Between here and Loch Ness shores, the Madarua and the Fiarua run wild and free between the silver birch and me. Run wild and free between the silver birch and me. The flora and the fauna, the bird and the beast, all live in harmony between here and Loch Ness shores. The Madarua and the Fiarua run wild and free between the silver birch and me. Run wild and free between the silver birch and me. Run wild and free. Run wild and free. Run wild and free. Run wild and free.
Sitting in the kitchen on the radiator looking out the window. Revelator spinning on the record player in the other room. Snow's falling hard in the backyard garden where the greens are gonna grow. Whiskey in my coffee is a party in the early afternoon. And everybody's singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high and so am I. Singing train on the island, listen to her squeal. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Singing I'm so lonesome I could cry. Singing sad boy anthems in your denim on denim in a hotel room. Or in a cowboy costume crooning at the Louisiana Jamboree. Talking about the hang while you're at the hang dang. You ought to take a rope and a dope. Never, never land is real and it's sitting in the heart of Tennessee. Where everybody's singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high and so am I. Singing train on the island, listen to her squeal. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Singing I'm so lonesome I could cry. Executive directors writing snarky haikus. Karaoke royalty rehearsals in the mirror all day long. You can wear a pair of acid wash overalls, a punk rock mullet, or a white jumpsuit with your name embroidered on it. The bluegrass band is singing all your favorite 80s songs, and everybody's singing Loretta, I'm over you. I'm gonna buy myself some new shoes. The moon is high, and so am I. Bow, I can bow now. Sing a train on the island, listen to it squeal. Rock me, mama.
alivio, la limpia, la purga, revuelta estoy. Voy buscando la cura, quiero nacer de nuevo.
Maybe on les demandes de prendre their seats.
Please.
Hi, everyone. We're about to restart the show. So if you can please find your way to your seats as quickly as possible, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Je pense qu'on attend quelques minutes. Attends un peu. Pas assez de gens.
Oui.
On attend.
Merci. Le prochain artiste est un métis originaire de Fort St. John, BC, où il a grandi au son de la musique country et bluegrass que jouaient son père et ses grands-parents. À 17 ans, après avoir terminé l'école secondaire, il a poursuivi sa passion et s'est installé à Nashville. Son chemin l'a ensuite mené Las Vegas, Vancouver et maintenant en Alberta, où sa carrière a réellement décollé.
He has 3 nominations: Contemporary Album of the Year, Contemporary Singer of the Year, and Indigenous Songwriter of the Year. A distinctive voice that varies from honey dripping smooth to whiskey smoked edgy, depending on the songs. Finding your passion can lead you towards an intriguing, if not difficult, path, soon revealing what the rest of your life might have in store. That is exactly what happened to Canadian country singer Kyle McKearney. Please welcome him to the stage.
And it comes around sometimes, but you can't find her online. She'll only stay a couple days. Yeah, she likes to come in waves. And people talk, I don't listen, can make them stop. Something's missing, I hope she knows it hurts to watch her go. So if I find a place to rest our bones, find a place to call our own, Annie, will you love me? If I find a place to break our bread, find a place where we can wait, Annie, will you love me again? I met her in a bar one night. Yeah, she asked me for a light. So we drank and smoked and grazed the sun. So much unlike anyone. And people talk, I don't listen, could make them stop. Something's missing, I hope she knows it hurts to watch her go. So if I find a place to rest our bones, find a place to call our own, Annie, will you love me? So if I find a place to break our bread, find a place where we can wait, Annie, will you love me? 'Cause Annie comes around, ooh, ooh, Annie comes
starts to pound when Annie comes around. Annie comes around sometimes. Yeah, she'll help you drink your wine. She'll make you feel 1,000 ways. She'll never change her rambling ways. So if I find a place to rest our bones, find a place to call our own, Annie, will you love me? If I find a place to break our bread, find a place where we can wait, Annie, will you love me? 'Cause Annie comes around and ooh, ooh. Annie comes around and ooh, ooh. Annie comes around and ooh. Oh, my heart starts to pound when Annie comes around. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? You okay? This is a good time. I'm having a great time already, man. Some amazing talent here. It's been a joy to watch and experience, I'll tell you that. So, well, thank you for having me. For inviting me. We flew out this morning, so I had released an album last night. We had an album release show at the Ironwood in Calgary, and got home at about 2:30 in the morning and flew at 8. So I had to be there at 6, and then I flew here, and I've had about 2 hours of sleep. But I wouldn't miss this for the world. So. Little song about growing up. Left my home when I was 14. Daddy went to Nashville chasing dreams. My brother was young and my mom was high. Daddy said, son, you better get tough or die. Left that old town behind my back. I worked my guitar like a paperback. Saw the writing on the marquee sign. It said, son, you better get tough or die. 'Cause this world can be hard. On every boulevard, it takes courage to survive. So get tough or die. When all you wanna do is sit and cry, get tough or die. Because the streets get cold at night. Yeah. Tell my sons you'll be brave and strong. Work long days where the days are long. When you reach down and the wells won't dry. Oh, son, you better get tough or die. 'Cause this world can be hard. So get some more down. because the streets get cold at night. Get up or die and try to keep your head held high. Get up or die. Thank you very much. So, you know, another part of the story is that I had to choose between my hat and my guitar, and clearly I chose my hat. And so my younger sister lent me her guitar today. Thanks for that, Zeri. This is a nice guitar. I just can't seem to keep it in tune. 2 seconds, folks. Sorry about that. Are we live right now? We're live? Uh-oh. Appreciate your patience. All right, I'm gonna do one more here. It's a drinking song. I don't know if you're supposed to do this in a church, but... Getting out my mind, all these wanted signs and no apologies. Whiskey therapy, we're just killing time. Oh, devil water. I've been running free, it keeps my sanity. Drinking ain't no crime, it's my alibi. We're just doing me. Oh, devil water, yeah. Banded by my self-control, I got here on my own, and this time I'm not alone. Stuck inside this carnival with clowns and kindred souls is where I call my home. Devil water, yeah, I got my devil water. Rinse and re-repeat is my destiny. I don't feel no shame going down in flames instead of on my knees. Oh, devil water. Banded by my self-control, I got here on my own, and this time I'm not alone. Stuck inside this carnival with clowns and kindred souls is where I call my home. Devil water, yeah, I got my devil water. All right, well. Smile on my face, this kerosene taste. Banded by my self-control, I got here on my own, and this time I'm not alone. Stuck inside this carnival, all the clowns and kindred souls is where I call my home. Devil water, yeah, I got my devil water. Oh, I got my devil water. Yeah, I got my devil water. Thank you very much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Kyle. It's time for another award. Here to present it is another CFMA director, an award-winning journalist, broadcaster, and writer. She is the Indigenous Music Development Coordinator for Manitoba Music and my dear friend, Shanine Robinson Desjardins. Thank you.
Tanse everybody, kiyugani puetes nagason mahikanto dem. Simgiget sigramanak gontgobo welsas. Thank you so much for having us in this beautiful territory. I'm so honored to be a director of and finally get to meet face to face some of our board of directors in person and hug and say hello. So thank you so much for having me here. And I'm a huge fan and promoter of Indigenous music, and I'm so glad to see that some of our Indigenous artists are here today. And I finally get to meet Kyle, and I know that there's a couple other folks that I get to meet, but you know, that I've followed for so many years, and I really, really look forward to spending some time with you this evening. First Nations, Inuit, and Métis songwriters have long been among the very best there is. And in recent years, we have been blessed with an explosion of exciting new Indigenous songwriting talent across this northern half of Turtle Island. To celebrate this, here are the 2023 nominees for Indigenous Songwriter of the Year, sponsored by SOCAN.
In the category for Indigenous Songwriter of the Year, dans la catégorie pour auteur-compositeur autochtone de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par SOCAN, the nominees are, les nominés sont Adrian Sutherland, pour When the Magic Hits, Amanda Rayon, pour The Spaces in Between, Berg Jodoin, pour Half Breed, Kyle McKearney, pour Down Home, Shoshana Kish and Raven Kanatakta Bolson Lahash, pour Joanna.
And the 2023 recipient of the CFMA for Indigenous Songwriter of the Year, sponsored by SOCAN, is... Oh, I should have... See, it was easy, just like Jocelyn said. All right. Amanda Rayon, The Spaces in Between. It's going to take a minute. She's got to come down from up on the balcony. And I know my Indigenous brothers and sisters, sometimes we're a little late to things. So I assume that's why most of y'all are back up on the balcony. There you go, sister.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Chimigwech. This is a real honor and surprise, and everyone in this category is amazing, and friends and family. Yeah, I just want to say Chimigwech to my record label, Ishkade Records, who's the other half is up there, and to all, you know, I wrote a lot of these tunes on my own, but also I've worked with incredible artists to, you know, take that song and make these songs over the pandemic. So it's really, yeah, an honor to be recognized in this category. And what else? Yeah, I'm just so happy to be here with everybody. Thank you so much.
Aïe, 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 aïe. Ah oui, on est là. Nous avons l'honneur de présenter le prochain prix des artistes qui font évoluer la tradition et qui possèdent l'art de faire passer l'émotion à travers leur voix.
Singers convey emotion, drama, personality, and direct human connection in music. Our nominees for Contemporary Singer of the Year all showcase this wonderful ability.
In the category for Contemporary Singer of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Chanteur contemporain de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par Upper Canada Folk Fest. The nominees are, les nominés sont Angelique Francis, pour Long River. Barney Bentall, pour Cosmic Dreamer. Boy Golden, pour Church of Better Days. Ken Yates, pour Cerulean. Kyle McKearney, pour Down Home.
Dragon clouds so high above, I've only known careless love. He there's always.
And this year's recipient is a very quiet drum roll.
Kyle McKearney, Down Home.
Thanks very much. Yeah. Cool. Oh, sorry. Hello again. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, and for singing, I don't see this category like very often. I don't think, and to win something here, my first time here, is it's very humbling, and I feel just a lot of gratitude to you all. I know I'm a new face, but I hope maybe this inspires you, or I invite you to check out my records if you haven't, and my singing. I'm sorry, it's just a tick. I'm funny when I'm I try to be funny when I'm nervous. I'm kind of nervous, but thank you very much for having me, and thank you for this. I love you. Thank you.
Our next performer, based in Toronto, is nominated for New Emerging Artist of the Year. Thanks to Canada Council for the Arts, Arts Across Canada program for helping her get here. Inspired by such a diverse influence, such as Joni Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, Brandi Carlile, and Laura Marling, her recording Troubadour is a brave expression of queer womanhood, of running away and getting lost in the world, of falling in and out of love, with shifting people and places, and of returning home at the end of a long journey.
Une voix magnifique, une conscience sociale aiguisée, une interprétation pleine de passion et une écriture incisive et habile. Veuillez accueillir avec nous Camie.
Wow, the sound is really excited for this.
Woo! All right.
Nice. All right. Hello, everyone. What an introduction. It's funny because I'm like the clumsiest person in the world, and so I came up here and I was like, what's gonna happen? Cheers. All right. Try and figure out what's going on over here.
There's a river in winter, I know, where the sirens lay frozen below, and their melodies cradle my sorrow. There's a river in winter, I know. There's a river in winter back home. See the ducks go on drifting in rows. See the trees through the fog dance so slow by the river that I used to go. There's a woman dead still in the dirt, and a bush full of thorns surrounds her. And she'll slip time to time through the landscapes alive in my mind. There's a river in winter, I know. There's a river I love but then had to go. Now the city stays green and it's made me machine, but there's a river in winter, I know.
So that song plus this next one here are off my album Troubadour, which is nominated for the New Emerging Artist Award. Well, I guess it's me who's nominated, but it's the album. And this project was made entirely in lockdown. It's definitely a COVID album. I moved home. I was living abroad for a while, and I sort of used that time of isolation to reflect on a lot of the things I was experiencing as a young person, kind of out in the world for the first time, this idea of moving away from home and then returning, whatever that means. And this song is called Men Who Run. It's a song about how we often try to mythologize our traumas and turn them into stories. I mean, that's what we do when we feel sad or need to make sense of something hurtful that's happened. So this is Men Who Run.
Oh, I love men who run, 'cause I am one who's been left. And I've worshipped each woman who's followed the lust in my step. Oh, I've sailed the St. Lawrence and flew out to Paris in heat. And they lifted the lockdown in London, you ran to me. And I run like the wolves in the winter, so let me go. Oh, I'll drain you like water, then leave like my father left home. Love is the Lord. No, love is the Lord, no. Love is the Lord. Love is my Lord. Love is my Lord. Troubadour. Oh, I love men who run, and I loved when you brought me to sea. We cycled the downtown deserted. You swore one day that you'd marry me, and I pray to some God if he's listening. No, to never give me love if he's planning on taking it away. And I run like the wolves in the winter, so let me fly. Oh, I'll drain you like water, then leave like my father. Goodbye. Love is the Lord. No, love is the Lord, no. Love is the Lord. Love is my Lord. Love is my
Oh, I'll drain you like water, then leave like my father left home. Love is the Lord. No, love is the Lord. No, love is the Lord. Love is my Lord. Love is my Lord. Oh, I don't know what for. Brandish my sword. No, love is my war. Love is the Lord. No, love is the Lord. Hey, love is my Lord. Troubadour. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sitting beside me is my dear friend who produced the album. His name's Mike Tompa. Give it a hand for Mike playing the electric cello and the synth over here. Pretty cool. Thank you guys for being so great. It's also really cool being in a room full of people I admire. So Angelique Francis was downstairs. I was like, I love you. Anyway. So this next song, we just finished an album. Like last week, we finished it. Hopefully coming out later this year. We'll see how long mixing and mastering takes. And this is going to be the first single off of it. It's called Houndstooth. So. Oh, I'm ragged and rough, and I live in the city alone. And I slept with a man with a mind like the Rosetta Stone. In his face, though, I pictured you. And I awoke in the morning so brazen and bored and blue. It's true. And I hoped it would hurt if you knew. Oh, I tore up my love songs and lost all my language for you. And I finally found a new downtown to rove my way through. But I dream of being something else. And I fear becoming. But every day I try so hard to trace the forms of who we are. And I'm sick of being such a wreck. But I'll beg like a dog at your door till the ring's on the finger of someone you love more. Now I bare all my teeth and I fall at your feet for a bone. And I howl at the moon-flooded skyscraper stacks on my own. And I've grown a conspicuous pelt. I've been touching your name on my phone more than I touch myself. Once I saw you in rose-colored tones, now I see you in gray. And I'm feral and fierce, but you've got me obedience trained. And your address still hangs round my neck, that I'll keep running home to. But every day I wake alone, how I've grown and grown and grown, and I've lost all self-respect, so I'll beg like a dog at your door till the ring's on the finger of someone you love more. And I'll beg like a dog, oh, like a dog at your door. And I'm not the same woman you loved. I'm vicious and I'm violent. Oh, what a shame you tripped on my tongue and caught on my houndstooth scarf. We fall apart. And I'm so sick of being alone.
finger of someone you love more. Till the ring's on the finger of someone you love.
Thank you, guys.
It's short. Merci, Camie. Elle assure une excellente relève. C'est vraiment encourageant.
Our next award will be presented by a new Vancouver Folk Festival board member, the program director of Capilano University's Blue Shore Financial Center for the Performing Arts. Please welcome Fiona Black.
Hi, everyone. I knew I had to go to the short mic. It's so great to be here. Two firsts for me. I've never been to the Canadian Folk Music Awards, so it's a fantastic event. It's wonderful to be in my hometown. Also, I've never been a presenter before, and being able to say, and the recipient is, and so that's really fun for me too. Really thrilled to be here to present the award for Contemporary Album of the Year. These nominees are exploring new sonic landscapes, fearlessly exploring new sonic landscapes. They're keeping the music fresh and relevant and moving forward in a very dynamic, changing world. And the nominees are...
Lay me down to rest.
In the category for Contemporary Album of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Album contemporain de l'année, the nominees are Les Nominés sont Cerulean par Ken Yates, Down Home par Kyle McKearney, 11 par Madison Violet, Hurricane Coming par Shauna Caspi, Long Haul par John Wart Hannam, Sanctuary par Sultans of String, Tongues par Tanya Tagak, Jawenum par Digging Roots,
Where we've been, no one makes a break that clean. Maybe absence is an old excuse, and who could say where the knots got loose?
And the recipient this year, John Wart Hannon for Long Haul. Wow. There you go. I guess I'm accepting this on behalf of John, who's not here. Oh, he's here, sorry. He's in the basement, yeah. Still in the lineup, right? I understand. I got about 2 sips of my wine before I had to come back upstairs, so. Looks. Oh, there you are. Oh, you made it. That's where you have to be to drink beer. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank
Well
you so much.
deserved.
Where am I?
You're going to have your. Oh, here, wherever you want to go. Paul.
I was downstairs drinking a beer. I'm sorry. I haven't prepared a thing. I didn't think I'd win. I should thank Steve Dawson for making this record with me. I should thank the CFMAs for putting on such a great show and for having us here. And I really, mostly, I just need to thank my wife and my son. Her name is Jenny, and his name is Charlie. I love them very, very much, and this is for them. Thank you.
All right. We will now have a few words from the president of the Canadian Folk Music Awards, a very busy guy who also runs his own business and is an incredibly active folk musician too.
Un homme aux 1000 talents que vous pouvez voir autant sur scène que dans les jams, que derrière la caméra. Un gars indispensable. Le président Graham Lindsay.
Hi there, and I hope you're enjoying the show. I have some thank yous to give for all the people who have created some part of the Canadian Folk Music Awards, because it takes so many people to put on such a great event and run a great organization like this. So, first and foremost, I'd love to thank the artists, because without the artists who submit every year, you believe in us, we believe in you, and it's a wonderful partnership and a wonderful way to acknowledge your albums, but what you do for us is you acknowledge us, and thank you so much. The jurors as well, we have over 100 people, coast to coast to coast, and they are specialists in their area, and they judge each of the categories, and without them, we couldn't be the Canadian Folk Music Awards. Also, without the sponsors, we've got a number of people, and I'm going to pull up my list here because I don't want to forget anybody. We've got funders and sponsors, and I did want to acknowledge Factor, which is part of the Government of Canada, run by the Government of Canada. Also, Creative BC, we really appreciate your contribution this year. Alliance Nationale de l'Industrie Musicale, or ANIM, thank you very much. Borealis Records, the Calgary Folk Club, Edmonton Folk Music Festival, Fish Creek Concerts, Fogarty's Cove Music, Hubcast Media, our broadcast partner tonight, Music PEI, One Guitar, 100 Hands, Peter Kaufman of the Oliver Schroer Estate, Slate Music, SOCAN, as well as the SOCAN Foundation, True North Records and Stony Plain Records, Upper Canada Folk Fest, and Wavelength Media. Without these contributions, we couldn't run, because we are a volunteer board, we're a working board, and we're a nonprofit organization. So thank you very much. I do want to thank some of the people who've helped out during the course of the last year. We have the people in the local committee who really have done a mountain of work to get this done. We have Diana Stewart-Imbert, Bob Stark, Vic Close, Kim Butler. All of those four are on the Canadian Folk Music Awards volunteer board. They're doing more work because they're local and because they've got the passion to carry on the show. And also, of course, the folks at the Rogue Folk Club, Steve Edge and his team of dedicated, fantastic volunteers and his team. We have Tara Park, who's in our office, and she's our paid employee who we rely on a lot to get everything done. And thank you very much, Tara, for everything that you do. Sorry you couldn't be here this year, and we'll see you next year. We've got our board of directors. So I've mentioned Diana, Bob, Vic, and Kim. All of those four are on our board. But we also have, from the East Coast to the West Coast, we have Wade Pinhorn, we have Rob Oakey, April O'Donoghue, George Tierney, we have Joe Prue, Scott Merrifield, Jocelyn Baribeau, and Shanine Robinson Desireless. You've no doubt seen our social media posts, and we have to thank Spin Count and Kimberly Sinclair is our publicist. Thank you very, very much. And we've got a fully bilingual organization right from the very core, and we have to thank Carole Pigeon, who is a past board member, and she does our translation. So merci beaucoup, Carole. Our streaming partner, as I mentioned earlier, is Hubcast Media, and they're right here out of Surrey. And so we've been working with Peter Young and Rob Nelson. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for everybody for sponsoring. And now we're going to hear the nominees for the Instrumental Group of the Year.
In the category for Instrumental Group of the Year, dans la catégorie pour Groupe Instrumental de l'année, sponsored by, commandité par Wavelength Media, the nominees are Les Nominés sont Alison de Groot and Tatiana Hargreaves, pour Hurricane Clarice. Prou de Mers, pour Il fera beau demain. Ranch Riders, pour Ranch Riders. Shannon Quinn and Tony Quinn, pour 20 Summers. The McDades, 4 pour The Empress.
Et le récipiendaire dans la catégorie groupe instrumental de l'année est
Alison de Groot and Tatiana Hargraves, Hurricane Clarice.
Comme ils ne peuvent être ici ce soir, ben on va prendre le prix en leur nom. They can't be here, so.
We're going to accept on their behalf. Now it is time for our final performer. Right here from BC, his band, The Legendary Hearts, has more than 9 hit singles. They've won Juno Awards and achieved platinum status for multiple albums. He went on to release acclaimed albums as a solo artist, and more recently has been part of a bluegrass-influenced folk band, the High Bar Gang. As you have already heard, he was nominated for Contemporary Singer of the Year, and with a new ensemble, Ranch Riders, for Instrumental Group of the Year. He is also nominated for Solo Artist of the Year.
Son dernier disque, Cosmic Dreamer, a été fait en collaboration avec Adrian Dolan, multi-instrumentiste qui a déjà fait partie des Bills, c'est un gars du coin. Il est souvent... Barney est souvent comparé à Bruce Springsteen par la qualité de son travail et son intérêt pour la classe ouvrière. Moi, en fait, quand je lisais un peu d'où il vient, j'ai un fantasme depuis longtemps d'être invité par un rancher pour manger un gros steak chez lui. Alors, je pourrais manger ça, écouter une belle musique en bonne compagnie et peut-être finir un petit verre d'où il vient, un petit verre de caribou. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir Barney Bentall.
Hello. Well, we've got Wendy Bird here, Scott Smith, Rylan Morantz, Sherry Ulrich, and Simon Kendall. We got a couple of expat rock and rollers here, so between me and Simon. So here we go. Take her away.
Cosmic dreamer, where are you? I need you. Oh, I need you. Dreamily swimming through the phosphorescent waters of the night sky. Into your yang, Shiva to Shakti, a whisper to a bang, Heathcliff to Kathy. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Concubine, her barren womb still reaching out to some deity from a long lost line.
to your yang, Shiva to Shakti, an aria to the twang, Heathcliff to Kathy, oh, cosmic dreamer. Oh, cosmic dreamer. If my eyes had never laid upon you, oh, what a pity. Diving in the night water bright from the lights of the city, oh, so pretty. To your yang, Shiva to Shakti, a whisper to a bang, Heathcliff to Kathy, oh, cosmic dreamer. Oh, cosmic dreamer. Cosmic dreamer. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I will do a Ranch Raiders song here, and I so wish Jeffrey Kelly was here with me to do this but he's doing what all the musicians here do to make a living. He's out on the road right now. He's in Calgary tonight. But we made this record in the memory and in honor of John Mann. And we miss him dearly. And I have to go back 40 years here when my wife Kathy is with me here tonight, and Jeffrey's wife Allie and John Mann were in theater school together, and that was before there was a Spirit of the West or the Legendary Hearts, and those bonds of friendship have lasted for these 4 decades. And so we were up at our ranch, and we put this record together, and here it is. This is a song called Bonaparte Plateau. And thanks, everybody.
We could have listened to them all night. It's amazing. Another round of applause for Barney Bentall. Well, that already brings us to the end. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Please come back again tomorrow night for our second award show, which will feature presentations of the remaining awards as well as some pretty awesome performances.
Donc, demain, 18h, deuxième partie du gala, vous pourrez entendre les artistes Abigail Lapel, Wesley, Mama's Broke, Digging Roots, Joan Ward, Adam avec T. Buckley. Bonne soirée à tous. N'oubliez pas qu'il y a un party après gala ce soir.
Come to the after party. See y'all.
My head up in the air, but you made me come back down again. Couldn't leave me standing there. If I could drift above the valleys and whistle in the breeze,